Hello and welcome to Turck Connectivity. In this presentation, we will explore the basics of Turck Connectivity and give an overview of some of Turck's general connectivity product offerings. Turck offers a wide variety of circular and non-circular molded connector products, device and panel receptacles, field wired connectors, wiring consolidation products such as splitters, T's, and I/O boxes, and many associated accessories. Turck's molded connectors are composed of a contact carrier, coupling nut, cable, and an overmolded body. The molded body and contact carrier design determine the level of protection provided by the connectors against external environmental factors. Turck's connectivity products create an IP67 connection at a minimum when mated together. You may be asking, what is IP67? IP67 is an ingress protection rating that means a mated connector pair can be submerged in 1 meter of water for 30 minutes and the water will not penetrate into the connection area and cause shorting of the connector or result in other damage. A number of Turck's connector products offer ingress protections better than IP67. Consult our application engineering team to select the right connector for your application. Turck's receptacle products are used in devices and panels to make the interconnection between those devices and control apparatus in a panel, as an example. Receptacles are available for all of our different connector types. We offer front mount versions, which enter a housing from the outside, as shown in the top right pictorial on this slide, and also rear mount versions, which protrude through an opening from the inside of a housing. The receptacle housings are available in nickel-plated brass and stainless steel materials. A small number of nylon housing options are available as well. For mounting threads, there are a multitude of thread size options in NPT, NPSM, metric, and PG. Of course, both male and female receptacles are available. The lengths of Turck products are specified in meters and to the tenth of a meter. It's important to bring to your attention that the total length of Turck's cord sets include the connector rather than just the cable, as that is not necessarily the case from all manufacturers of these type of products. Turck does have a positive tolerance to all defined lengths. Your customers will not receive a cord set that is shorter than the specified length. But the total length can be longer, as you can see by the tolerance indicated here. What this tolerance means is that the total length of a 1 meter cord set may be 1.050 meters, since 4% of 1 meter is 40 millimeters, but the tolerance could be up to plus 50 millimeters, which is greater than the plus 4% or plus 40 millimeters. Likewise, a 2 meter cord set may be 2.080 meters, since 4% of 2 meters is 80 millimeters, which is greater than 50 millimeters. The positive tolerance stated here is true for nearly all of our molded cord set products. However, there are a couple of connector series with larger connectors for which the tolerance is plus 100 millimeters or plus 4%, whichever is greater. All cord sets with one molded connector will have the cable jacket stripped and the wires stripped and tinned. We do this for two reasons. One is that the cord set is ready for the customer to install and terminate the wires quickly without additional preparation. Second, Turck performs testing on all products after production to ensure continuity, to ensure that there are no shorts, and also to ensure that there are no open wires or connections. In general, the most common molded cord set lengths are 2, 5, and 10 meters. We stock these lengths in most of our connector series. There are some other lengths that are stocked as well, but 2, 5, and 10 are the most common. This is good to keep in mind if you have a customer that needs product quickly. Moving them to a stocked length will get your customer up and running in the shortest amount of time. At the same time, Turck will make cord set lengths to order. If your customer needs a 3.5 meter cord set, then Turck will be glad to do that for them, even if it is for only one piece, as long as the cord set being requested is a standard offering for Turck. Turck has an extremely wide breadth of molded connector products, and when compared to our competitors, it is the widest industrial circular connector offering. From the very small M5 or 5 millimeter to our large power fast connectors, which are profiled in a separate training module, Turck offers a wide range of connector sizes and pole counts to meet most customer needs. We offer wire sizes from 26 gauge to 8 gauge and current ratings from 1 amp to 35 amps. One thing to note, The identification for the different connectors generally denotes their thread size. For example, an M8 designation indicates the coupling nut has an 8 millimeter thread, while a 7/8 inch has a 7/8 inch coupling thread. The most common round industrial molded connector in the automation industry is the M12. It is used for many forms of control, communication, and power. It is popular for its compact size and for its versatility with pole counts from 4 to 12. Additionally, it has very good environmental protection rating. For these reasons, many manufacturers of sensors, switches, and controls utilize M12 connectors in their products. All of the different connector sizes shown here have their respective benefits and features related to physical size, pin count capabilities, voltage rating, current rating, and environmental protection ratings. When selecting or specifying a connector, its physical size, its pin count, which is a connector's density, its voltage rating, its current rating, its environmental protection rating, and its product approvals are all factors to consider in choosing a solution for an application. Some customers have additional internal corporate requirements that may need to be met as well. If a customer is not using a connector currently or wants to replace an existing connector and they are asking for your help to specify a connector, obtain as much information as possible about their application in order to make the best possible connector selection for their needs. Additionally, use Turck's internal resources such as catalogs, product drawings, and the application engineering support group when attempting to match the proper connector to your customer's application. To give you an idea on the differences in current and voltage ratings for some of Turck's connectors, we'll take a look at 3 of our most popular connector series: the M8, M12, and 7/8 inch or mini fast A size. The physical size of a connector does have an effect on the ratings. Generally, smaller size connectors have lower current and voltage ratings, while the bigger the physical size, the higher the current and voltage capabilities. This is true for most connectors, as physically larger connectors can handle larger wire sizes and larger pins and bushings. However, there are some situations where this is not necessarily the case. For example, the density or pole count of the connectors does have a direct effect on the current and voltage ratings, since more poles in a connector means that the pins and wires must get smaller to fit in that area. Thus, the current and voltage ratings are reduced. For example, an M12 4-pole connector has a current rating of 4 amps and a voltage rating of 250 volts, but an 8-pole has a current rating of 2 amps and a voltage rating of 75 volts due to its higher pole density. Within Turck's connector families, there is a vast array of pole counts. There are options from 2 to 28 poles. The physical size generally determines the number of different pole counts that can be achieved within the connector. However, entity standards also play a part in the number of available poles in specific connector sizes. Organizations such as the IEC or International Electrotechnical Commission have industry standards that dictate the physical characteristics and contact layouts for a number of different connectors on the market. These standards also ensure users that connectors from one manufacturer who adheres to the standards will mate and function with a connector from another manufacturer who also adheres to the standards. Turck offers shielded cables and cord sets for many connector series. Shielding prevents electromagnetic or radio frequency noise from interfering with signals. As indicated in this slide, it is typical that a shield is only connected at one point to ensure ground loops are avoided. A ground loop occurs when multiple different points are used for grounding shields, but those connection points are at different ground potentials, which result in a ground loop for attracting and introducing noise into circuits. Multiple shielding types are available in Turck's connectors. We offer a shielded cable, but the shield is not connected at the connector. We also offer a shielded cable with the shield connected to one of the pins of the connector. And third, we offer a shielded cable within a fully shielded connector. Fully shielded means that the shield is connected to the coupling nut with the use of a shielding sleeve between the cable shield and coupling nut, making the entire connector shielded. Turck's wiring consolidation products include splitters, T's, and I/O boxes. Consolidation products are available for most of Turck's connector families. I/O boxes can bring multiple wide-ranging device signals together at a single point, culminating with a single cable running from the I/O box to a control panel instead of running up to 16 individual cables to the control panel. As for splitters and tees, application examples may be combining two signals into a single cable or dropping power to multiple devices in a line. Turck has field wireable connectors available for most of our connector families and in most of the pole counts within those families. These connectors are great assets for replacing a damaged connector in the field, as it is a quick fix to get back up and running. They're also utilized by customers who don't know the length of cable they are going to need, so they order a single-ended cord set, install it, cut it to length, and then attach a field wireable as the second connector. Field wireables are also used to make the connection to devices after a cable is run through tight spaces that a connector body is too large to get through. Field wireables have potential drawbacks though. Since they are being wired in the field, there is the potential to have poor connections, shorted conductors, or cross-wired conductors. Additionally, the diameter of the cable in use may not fit the gland of the field wireable. The gland may not allow the cable jacket to enter, which can compromise the sealing between the gland and the cable jacket. There also may be issues with shield termination in applications where shielding is important. Some field wireable connectors are designed for shielding and termination of the shield in order to shield the entire connector, while most field wireables would require the shield to be terminated to one of the pins of the connector, and the connector itself would not be shielded. The variety of wire terminations in field wireables is diverse as well. The most common is screw termination, but there are also spring clamp terminations, insulation displacement, where the blades cut through the insulation to make the connection, and insulation avoidance, where a pin makes contact with the copper in a wire by a pin being inserted into the blunt end of a wire. Thank you for your time today. Should you have any questions about Turck products, feel welcome to contact our application support team at 1-800-544-PROX. That's 1-800-544-7769.